What's up everyone, welcome back to the Coral Reef Talk. In today's episode, we're gonna take a look at the 210 gallon reef. I'm gonna give you guys a little update. A lot has been going on in the past month or so, and I thought it would be a good idea to take a look at the tank and all the changes and things that are happening. So let's dive right in and take a look. Thank you so much for joining me today here at the Coral Reef Talk. Whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, today's episode is going to be a fun one. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Now, I have a special announcement for all of you guys today, and if you follow me on Instagram, then you may already know what all of that's about, but more on that later. Let's just jump right into the video. Now, for years, I've heard stories about using bio pellets on your reef tank, and I've always wanted to try it out, but I've always heard things like you'll get bacterial bloom, or it'll lower the nutrient levels in your tank so drastically and so fast that it could harm everything in your tank. So I never really tried it out. As easy as it looked, for whatever reason, I just never tried it out. Now, all of those things may be true, but over the past month or so, I've added bio pellets to my tank. Now, I've added them slowly because everything that I've researched online and everything that we know about bio pellets is that you don't want to just throw them all in at once. You want to start maybe at a half dose according to the package and recommendations. So you kind of want to start slow. So that's what I did, and I'm going to take you down below and show you what I have them running in. So let's take the camera off. We're going to go under the tank now and take a look. See if I can open this child-proof thing with one hand here. There we go. I might have broke it, but let's take a look inside. So yeah, I got some salt creep going on back here, but I have one reactor here that's full of bio pellets, and then this reactor here that's a little under halfway full. And let me turn on the light so we can get a better look at what's happening. Cable management, right guys? There we go. So yeah, I still got a lot of Chaeto algae that's working for me. Over here, my protein skimmer needs to be emptied. But let's take a look here. Now, got a lot of movement on this side. And you can see it's not really turning over that side as much, and I may need to get a larger pump to do that. I'm not sure. I'm using just the MaxiJet 1200. Should be pushing enough flow through there. This reactor has about the same thing going on as far as tumble. Most of it is happening on this side, and I can't get a good view of it. Let me go for a different shot. All right, let me see if I can get in from the side here. So here is this reactor. Zoom out a little bit. You can see I'm getting some turnover, and it looks like, I mean, they're going slower now. Usually you want them to tumble really quickly, so I may be upgrading my pump here soon. You can see like this one over here, focuses on them. There you go, there's a quicker tumble here. Now, here we go, let it focus, come on. There we go. You can see how quickly it's turning over right there. Now, if you have any suggestions what I need to do to get everything to tumble evenly, I would imagine that would just require a larger pump. And let me show you what I have for pumps going right. Alright, so you can't really see them down there, but I got a MaxiJet 1200 on this side, and then I have this little blue pump here on the other side that's about equivalent to the 1200. So they should be pushing the same amount of flow through these reactors. Now, I used to run carbon and GFO on the tank using both of these reactors, but I saw that they were pretty much the same thing on bulk reef supply, so I just took out the carbon, took out the GFO, and now I'm using them for biopellets. Like I was saying at the beginning of the episode, I used about half of the package. Now this is the biopellets that I'm using, the NPX biopellets from Two Little Fishies, and each bag, this is 400 milliliters, it's about 100 gallons per bag. So with the reef tank being 210 gallons, I went ahead and put half of the bag in here to start with, filled it up to about here, and I did the same thing with this reactor for the first 2 weeks. Now, I did use Protobio's Biodigest to add some bacteria to the tank during the first couple weeks of the biopellet setup, and it's actually worked out really well. So 2 weeks later, I ended up adding more biopellets to that one reactor. That's why one of them has more than the other one. And then I went ahead and I added more bacteria to the tank. I tested the tank in between each time so I could look at the nitrates to see what they were doing, to see if they were lowering at all. I used Salifert test kits, so I was still getting around 25 parts per million. So I added some bacteria, added more biopellets, and then I tested a few weeks later. Hey guys, I figured I would jump in and pause the video right here for the announcement that I was telling you about at the beginning of the video. The Coral Reef Talk finally has merch. That's right, merch is available now. The mated clownfish t-shirt is here. Go ahead and check out the Coral Reef Talk shop at Teespring. The link will be in the description below to check out this awesome custom designed t-shirt made by Lazy Mondays. And if you haven't checked out Lazy Mondays over on Instagram, go ahead and do that. Give him a follow. He makes awesome designs, and he made this custom one for the Coral Reef Talk. So yeah, the nitrates have been sitting around 2 parts per million or lower. They're really low, really clear whenever I take a look at the test results. So I'm really happy with that. The biopellets are working. Let me know in the comments below if you use biopellets and what pumps you use to keep them running, what reactors you're using, and if you think something else would work best for the 210 gallon tank. But now I want to show you the Clownfish up close and personal. Check this guy out. This guy will go after some food. We're gonna mix up some mysis shrimp for him to eat, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. If you watched the last video, you saw a lot of Kenya tree coral, and that is because I currently have a lot of Kenya tree coral. This is what I was talking about whenever the Kenya tree buds off and can just spread across your tank. And I like the movement that it gives to the tank, but I do have a lot of it, and what I'm probably gonna end up doing, as you see this area here, probably gonna clean this up a little bit and take all of this and move it over here. So that way I have more room for more corals over here, and I'm probably gonna end up selling some frags off and getting rid of some of these pieces because I do have a lot of Kenya tree coral. But anyway, look at this guy, he is ready. So look at that, as I'm filling this up, he knows it's time to eat. Look at this guy. Look at this guy, watch. He just jumps right out of the water, look. Wow, it's not focused that well, but look at that. Let's see if I can get an above shot without dropping this in the water. Look at that guy, he is ready. Look at how he just leaps out. All right, let's see if this is ready. Look at how he comes out of the water. This guy is ruthless. He won't even let me position it. I have to move. All right, dude, here. You going off screen? Here, come back. Come back this way. There you go. Now you're in the shot. This is how I have to feed this guy. Every time I feed him, I have to get right up in his face. It's just a very interesting fish. Pretty crazy. He'll just grab it. I have to control the rate at which I push the shrimp out, or else like that. And like the ones you saw before, they just fall right by him, and then all the other fish get fed. So I really have to focus my attention on this guy. There you go. You got some. And then wait for him to finish, and then he just nips at it and grabs what he wants. It's like he's almost never satisfied. He will follow this thing and jump out of the water for it. That's the crazy clingfish that I have, and he's been really good. He just basically sticks to the glass, kind of like the freshwater Acostomus. And he also clings to the rockwork and scoots around, and then he eats very ferociously like you just saw. And then an update on the black cardinal fish. They have grown a lot. Here's one right here, doing really well. And there's the clownfish in their anemone up there. That's what the t-shirt was made after, so if you want to get your t-shirt today, go ahead and check out the link in the description below and pick up your t-shirt. The mated pair clownfish. There's the 6 line. He's doing well. All the Kenya tree coral. And there's the sailfin tang, doing great. Everything's starting to do really, really well since the biopellets have been added. The Kenya tree is causing some warfare. You can see right there with the leather coral. They are attacking and fighting each other. And then we got this guy down here who's getting into that leather coral a little bit. So I gotta space them out and move them. There's the hawkfish attacking that black cardinal fish, but that's the other cardinal fish. He's looking really good. Now I did add a couple of frags just to make sure the water was doing well. And one thing I did notice is that they've been nipped. Look at that zoanthid right there. You can tell on the right side something's eating it, and I know exactly who it is. Unfortunately, it's one of my favorite fish in the tank. It is the matted filefish, and I think because of the size that he is right now, he's gotten a lot bigger, so he's nipping at the corals now, so I'm gonna have to try to catch that guy. But good sign, these trumpet corals, candy cane corals, are healing themselves back up from the nip that he took out of them. So the tank is ready for corals. I just now have to catch another fish to get him out. So yeah, it looks like everything's getting back on track. I'm really happy that the nitrates are down to 2 ppm with the use of the biopellets. So that is an update of where the tank is at right now. I have a lot of Kenya tree coral going on. Like I said, corals are looking like they're doing well. It looks like I can add corals to the tank now, so I'm excited about that. We're gonna see some coral additions in future videos to come. I just have to catch that matted filefish now. But once again, merch in the Coral Reef Talk store. Check out the link in the description below. Check out the Coral Reef Talk mated clownfish pair t-shirt right here, designed by Lazy Mondays. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. It helps me out a lot, and I'll see you next time on the Coral Reef Talk.